Normal game. What I would really like is a settings button so I can change the volume. Which apparently doesn't exist. Awesome. First point for Endless Legend. Please add a settings option at the start. Oh, there it is. Audio. Actually, I kind of wonder if this has remembered my settings from when I played the demo. It might have. Anyway. So yes, hello, my name is Mordred Viking and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Endless Legend 2. And we need to make a decision about which faction to play as. While I take a very quick moment to add the chat from YouTube. My name is... Yes, thank you for reminding me of my name, Mordred. Chat. Okay, there we go. They listened fast, didn't even finish the sentence before they added the settings. Well, calling settings accessibility, I understand what they're trying to do, but that doesn't immediately say this is where you change the volume. That's like where you change narration options or things like that. Ah, no, I'm just pressing on buttons on my other screen. Stop extending. No! God damn it, Windows. I'm not trying to extend this, the whole... No, stop it. Screen. I'm just trying to get it to the top of the screen. But I can't. There's a bar like this big at the top of my screen now. Because if I go any higher, it just goes... and takes over the whole thing. I don't want that. Ah, pet peeve. So, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different factions that we could play. We've got the Aspects, the Kin of Sheridan, the Last Lords, the Tahooks, and the Necrophage. I believe the Tahooks were the most recently announced. I'm just going to very quickly check to ensure there's nothing that I'm not allowed to talk about here. Where is the Hooded Horde Discord? It is under the official Discords, and then it's at the bottom. Hooded Horse, there it is. Content, no, not that one. VIP announcements, there it is. All right, let me just read this real quick. Review access. Did that. Embargo has passed. Yeah, no details about what I can't talk about yet. So I think we're good. This is still quite loud, but we'll fix that when we're actually in the game and I have better access to it. So, let's start with the Aspects. Their origins lost to the distant past. The Aspects are a symbiotic species, part machine, part coral, and physically distinct individuals who find blissful union in the chorus. A mind gestalt where all aspects can psychically come together. Obsessed with preserving the balance on Saidha through empathy and understanding, the Aspects' peaceful existence has been upended by a devastating dieback of their life-enhancing coral fields. Will Saidha ever see the illuminated realm again? So Aspects can use influence to impose advantageous treaties, potentially controlling the outcome of a war or the profits of trade. Coral networks have grown from coral spores. The resulting coral tiles hasten movement, dust collection, improve diplomacy and make cities faster to build. Assimilation. Other peoples are integrated into the Aspects chorus at no cost. This special assimilation lets them easily take advantage of others' abilities and military units. How does this game compare to Humankind? I don't know. Yeah, thank you, Macho. I played the demo. We did one game as the Last Lords, I want to say. But that was a very, 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 very brief peek into it, because I think it was like 20 turns or something like that. Kin of Sheridan, an offshoot of the United Empire. The Kin arrived inside it decades ago, but dreams of conquest and glory were quickly dashed against the rocks of this unforgiving ocean world. With their original inspirational leader lost to the wild, the mantle of leadership has fallen upon General Shaparenko, who dreams that the Kin will one day do more than merely survive. For the Kin, the capital is a citadel. The higher the total fortifications in the capital, the more holy commandments they unlock and the more chosen they can build. No, I played the Kin last time, not the Last Lords. Holy Commandments unlocks abilities that can be used within range of the cities of the Chosen, including Divine Service, Blessed Earth, Replenish Faith, Force March, and Wrath of the Skies. The Chosen. These powerful giant constructs are the backbone of the King's military and extend the range of Holy Commandments. They are defensive. The Last Lords. Escaping Origia before it became an icy tomb, the Last Lord sets destination across the stars for Cider, a world believed to be an endless sun-scorched desert laden with dust. Upon arrival, Cider's brutal oceans are a rude awakening for the knights, whose sting still clung to the tatters of their chivalrous code. Most are only engrams, awaiting their great suits of armour, but Consul Tibana hopes not just for reanimation, but renaissance. Dust is life. The Lords do not require food, instead the population consumes and is created by dust. Their units don't heal normally, but you can pay dust to instantly heal them. Once a minor faction is assimilated, the Lords can upgrade their villages by building a Lord's estate, allowing you to enlist minor faction populations into the city. Primordials, the most ancient of the Last Lords, are a powerful population that boost influence and dust production of Last Lord inhabitants. Building the Soul Repository creates them. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Tahooks. An ancient life form, the Tahooks evolved from giant desert scavenging lizards. Over time, Tahook society came to be defined by devotion to the sages, godlike figures of infinite wisdom who once walked among them. Though these divinities disappeared long ago, the Tahooks hope that they can return. They dedicate themselves to a strange mix of faith and technology that the religious hierarchy, the Assembly, promises will restore the sages to Sidar. The Holy Oculum. The Holy Oculum allows the Tahook to funnel research into powerful actions like Star's Light, Service of Spirit, Eternal Sunshine, and Esoteric Delegation. Observatories built on mountains. Observatories grant wide visibility. They also provide food during monsoons and science during other times. They can be upgraded to sacred flames and libraries. Religion and the Called. Religious festivals allow the Tahook to convert some of their population into fanatics known as the Called. The exact effect of these cults changes with each festival, but they can be spent out to spread their message to other Empire cities. So religious scientists. Okay, that's kind of cool. And then the Necrophage. Confined to the depths ages past, the Sidon Swarm have only just emerged to the surface to establish a beachhead on one of the world's windswept islands. Bitter fighting with the bronze plates has occupied their recent attentions, but they aim to make up for lost time under the command of the Prime, one who stalks afar. Always hostile, always ravenous, the Necrophage are a powerful menacing presence. The Matriarch. The Necrophage have only one city, the den of their queen. The city can grow larger than that of other factions, and units travel quickly between it and other territories by building burrows. Devour. Necrophage consume to grow. They generate a corpse whenever they defeat an enemy in battle that can be used to specialise their units, which they can do anywhere. They also generate larva units when they win battles. Ever fighting. Every war for the Necrophage is justified, and they suffer fewer penalties for prolonged wars than other factions. So, those are the 5 built-in factions, but then we can also not create a custom. Not in the game yet, so we can't. So it's these 5. I think what we will do then is set up a Twitch poll, and I will let you guys decide which of those 5 you'd like to see. So we have got the diplomatic aspects. We have the kin, who are the defensive characters. We have the Last Lords, who are the animated chunks of armor, who are economic. We have the Tahooks, who are the religious scientists. Then the Necrophage, who are always fighting. I would say for myself, I'm probably least interested in Necrophage. I don't know enough about the game to really be confident in being able to do lots and lots of wars. So in fact, I'm going to remove the Necrophage, because I know that my saying I don't want to play as them would tempt some of you to say we should play as them. So Aspects, Kin, Last Lords of the Tahooks are going to be the 4 options of the poll. And the Necrophage are going to just make a nice enemy that we can have kicking around, fighting stuff in the background. Cool. The other 4, definitely interested in. So get your votes in. And while that is going, I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. The amount of condensation you get on glasses here in Sweden is absolutely insane. Just putting ice in a glass and it's just condensation galore. I guess kind of shows you just how humid this place is when it's not winter. And Intro Night has come in with a 38-month resubscription. Thank you very much for that, Intro Night. The Endless have gifted a bounty of dust today. Can't wait for this game. I am definitely interested. I liked Endless Legend 1. I thought it was very innovative. Did some interesting stuff. I really liked Humankind. And apparently the stuff that I didn't like the last time I played Humankind, they've actually massively pared back with the like invisible units and stuff. So maybe we need to try that one again at some point in the future. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I do like Amplitude games. Alright, so we've got the Kin coming in last with 4% of the vote. We have the Aspects in third with 10%, meaning that it was a fight between the Lost Lords and the Tahooks. Unfortunately, it was a pretty one-sided fight, so the Tahooks came in second with 28%, leaving the Lost Lords as the last option for us to play in first place with 57%. And let's see how this actually came about. Oh, in non-financially incentivized votes, the Tahooks would actually have won. So this was entirely bought by Macho with 37,000 points. Thank you for that, Macho. This actually would have been really close. The Kin and the Aspects got the same number of votes. The Tahooks came first, and the Lost Lords would have been second. Ha, interesting. Anyway, Tahooks, no, what was it? Lost Lords it is. So we have knightly husks, haunted suits of armour. The Lost Lords need no ordinary sustenance, but they do feed on dust, still trying to live by the chivalric ideals and enamoured by land and titles. The Lords do their utmost to refrain their depravities as natural rights. Lords, the Amber Plains. Origia might be a distant memory, yet the Lords still carry the chivalrous virtues. Enables Lost Lords units. Dust Tile provide more dust. Units can only be healed with dust. In cities, the Sacrifice to the Realm action can be activated to sacrifice foreign population. Population overturns and create population from your faction. Huh? Oh, you can create... You sacrifice other population and then turn them into yours. Okay. In battle, dying units instantly restore some health to all of your adjacent units. That's good to know. Demeanor remains steely over time, as slow shifts in attitude regardless of external events. Prefer isolation and stability, avoiding most diplomatic pacts while strongly valuing well-defined borders. And they start with two technologies, currency and scavenging. Cool. Customize. My favourite colour is blue. And I'm gonna guess... These are probably actually unique. Let's go with that one. It's kind of an interesting symbol. M for Mordred. Makes sense. And then it could either be a temple, it could be a castle, it could be a helmet with a halo behind. Multiple options. I thought combat in Humankind was terrible as movement speed isn't a factor in battles lasted multiple turns, locking them out. Luckily they removed this. Wait, they remove battles?
Steward Leofric says we slumbered during that long dark night among the stars. I have no memory of time passing, only of the sense of purpose and the burden. The Lords remain prisoners of the armor that binds us and the dust that sustains us. Our mortality a long-forgotten dream. For we must consume, or else we die. Though we struggled against this dark fate, we still carry our old curse to a new home. But perhaps here we will finally rise above it. One day we will be lords of the Amber Plains again. With our fate in our own hands and our honor redeemed, whatever the price.
Resurrect the Lords. What world we have found ourselves on, Lords? Windswept isles, ancient mysteries, hostile inhabitants. Yet there is dust here too. Our hunger is great, but our honour is greater still. Awaken, Lords, and claim our birthright. No, take movement speed back into account if you go over the turns the armies disengage. Oh, yeah. Take time to explore the best location to found the first city. The city will receive a prepared settlement bonus each turn you spent exploring, currently 0. Look for a location with good resources to found the capital city. Okay. Click on an army to begin. Founding a capital. Once you've spotted a good location, you must click the Found Capital button and order the army to settle there. Note only one city or camp can be built per territory. Right. So this is one territory, which is Velmau. It does have stability, I think that is. So here we have level 1, Duke Unwin Weybridge, infantry hero. Even at my lowest ebb, I still kept my faith. Who has Power Slash. And we have a Stalwart. Rank and file of the Last Lord's forces. Stalwarts feed the enemy's mortal wounds. Oh, on the mortal wounds. Oh, they... Damn. Settings. Oh, let me turn music volume down a little bit. And turn sound effects down a little bit. And the interface down a little bit as well. But the main thing I want is UI. Middle mouse click, please. It's not working. There we go. Leeching Strike. When attacking, recover health equal to 35% of the damage dealt. And for you, we have Power Slash. Thank you. When using this active skill on empty tile or enemy unit, deals 30 damage to the targeted unit, deals 4 extra per determination, deals 2 extra per might. Which I'm guessing are stats. And here we have a Thrall. Servants of the greater good. The greater good. Thralls are nimble, loyal foot soldiers who like to keep to the shadows. They are aware. Moving inside or outside of battle, separate vision range to 3, no obstacle can block the vision range. And they are cruel. An attacking unit with damage maximizes crit chance. Ooh, okay. Well, I would say that we probably want to go and take a look around. So let's move over here. Minor faction. The Black Hammers. +1 damage per pacified village under protectorate on the unit, +3 damage on units. Nice. And let's send you down this way. Oh, there's a exploring point there. Another Black Hammer. Are these guys hostile? This minor faction is hostile and they'll attack me on sight. Cool. And there's another one over there. So there are a lot of these guys around. So what does Prepared Settlement give me? The effects will apply to the first city you've found. Its duration is determined by how many turns passed since you obtain the bonus. So it's a way of a quick start, effectively. Move you down there. And there is a thing here. These are also hostile. The Onurai. Health regeneration per pacified village under the protectorate on the unit. +10 health regen on the unit. Let's move you here and grab whatever this is. Iron longbow, a curiosity. Yes, we found some more minor afflictions. Thank you. Oh, we found another. Man, 3 hostile miners around us. Amazing. Okay, there's a lot of science around here. Yeah. Haven't found a good spot yet. Long-tailed simian's anomaly provides a lot of dust. I'm thinking we probably settle over here. Let's have you come over in this direction to take a look around. And there's a ton of dust here. Yeah, I think we found our spot. In fact, maybe... No, I think we settle like right here, or maybe here. Then we get science. We get dust down here, dust here, and dust here. And then we can expand either north or south. Yeah, there's a lot of science over here. Now, there is some production here. That looks like another faction. Or not. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, ooh, maybe right there. We have dust right next door, production, science, dust to the south, dust to the north. And there's nobody that's actually hostile in this province. So is this another faction? Are you doing it? Did you found it? Oh, I see. I have to click on somewhere. So you're saying over there is better. There's definitely more dust over there. I still like this spot. So we have got the city of Dawnbreak. 1 population. Last Lord cities have a lasting dust stock, which is used to prevent negative dust yields. We are producing 36 a turn, 10 production, 13 science, and 12 influence. But this is being modified by the 50% boost, so it's not actually that much. And how do we know when our population's going to grow? I don't know. No, that's to buy it out. Yeah, I have no idea. So, construction. I have no construction in progress. Right, so you have a foundation which you then build up to 2 buildings on. I vaguely remember this from the demo. Well, we want to expand down this way to get this, and then also move into this adjacent region, or this one. Here we can build units. Here's the population panel. Managing population is a quick way to modulate your city's economy. Each population type brings its own bonuses to the city. You can move population between vocations, citizens, artisans, and scribes to grant different bonuses to the city and then tweak your strategy each turn. I think I would prefer you right now to be a citizen, so we're producing more dust, so we're growing the city faster. At some point, you may have sterile tiles in a territory like barren, devoured, or sand. Like no terrain resources, the restore landscaping action can help you in only a few turns to make these tiles fertile again. Okay, that's kind of cool. Why can't I build down this way? Because these are already foundations. Same question. Yes, these are all foundations. And I can build stuff on them. So I can get a merchant's house, which will give me +6 dust. And it does better from adjacencies. Oh no, it does better with adjacent communal habitations. Then we have improvements, sanctity of nature. Respect and understanding the natural world enables it to give more to the community. Can only be built once per empire. So this is basically a minor wonder. And then we can make units as well. Let's get another thrall so we can get some better exploration going. Cannot build on an anomaly. Well, I still think that building here would be the best option. The only question is what? I think the laboratory can go up that way. I kind of feel like this should be production, but we can't do this until we've researched workshops. Although this itself is not a production tile. I don't know whether adjacencies between districts will work. I think that this is all going to be production here. So this can be whatever the hell we want it to be. So maybe we'll just go communal. Let's not overthink this. Oh, you can only build a thing at a time. It's either a unit or a building, not either or. In that case, let's cancel the unit and just go with the building. A fragile dawn. Since awakening on the world of Saidha, Consul Tibana has felt out of sorts. Maybe it was the Aeon slumbering between the stars, or maybe it was the shock of Saidha. The ancient maps on Origia foretold a world of sand and dust, but the ocean world was anything but desert. Wild seas, windswept isles, dangers in the deeps. Aside from a trusty advisor, Leofric, and a most loyal soldier, Duke Weybridge, the rest of the party are mere husks, soulless automatons, masquerading as lords. Much must be done before Tibana can even begin to grapple with the question of the Lord's accursed nature, the one thing they couldn't leave behind on Origia. Leofric, our first settlement, Dawnbreak, is founded on this harsh world, yet we must not rest in our work. No rest for the wicked. I am confident with an iron will we will conquer the basest part of our nature. We will remove the dark stain upon our honour. That day is a long way off, Consul. We have more pressing concerns, much as it shames me to say. For now we must keep feeding on the helpless. Needs must, but you should be exhilarated, Leofric. It is time to visit the Lord's Archive. Finally bring all the souls to the sanctuary of the capital. It pleases me, Consul. Really, I am just tired. Of course, sometimes I forget you've been here longer than any of us, alone, laying the groundwork while we slumbered. If it wasn't for your work. It was no hardship. It was my duty. And always, 'twas but a sliver in the ample lifespan of a lord. Even so, I should not forget. Anyway, the expedition to the Archive. I will rest easier than when the souls of the fellow lords are no longer out there in the wilds. Search the Lord's Archive. All right. And you can then move again. No, you've used your turn building. Science! Well, I think we already kind of decided that we would really like to be able to build workshops. Right, you can get any of these. They're not actually in any particular order. So the workshop is here. Which also unlocks the action to remove forests. Oh. So those work tiles are only work tiles while they are forests. Feudalism, +1 dust per population on citizen, +1 dust on artisans. Currency we already have, that gives us the merchant's house. Keystones, build dams, and allows bridges. Saidan Inquisition. Science on the Lord's estate. Reduction to dust for healing cost. Scientific Charter. Improves rewards from curiosities. allows us to get laboratories. Scavenging we've already got. Extra battle spoils, extra health on non-heroes, extra damage on non-heroes. Stonework allows us to build keeps and fortifies the capital. Voice of the Masses, 1 extra scribe slot and allows us to build a forum. And Civil Order allows us to get the Traveler's Shrine and gives extra approval. I kind of like the idea of the Scientific Charter. Improves rewards from curiosities. We're early on. This is exploration phase. And there is actually a lot of scientific possibility around us. So I think we're going to do this one and then this one. Pit of the Ancients. Wait, is that the thing? No, we're trying to find the Lord's Archive. Do we have any inkling of where that is? Cool. Splitting emerging armies. To transfer some units of an army to a nearby army or tile, you can click the transfer button to enter a dedicated mode to follow the instructions. Okay. What is this? Dense bush. Ripe berries hide behind every leaf in this inviting thicket. Okay, so if we actually used food, this would probably be useful. We don't, so we don't care. We have found Plerogia the Innumerable. I represent the harmony of the illuminated realm. I hope we learn from each other. Okay, so we're next door to the diplomatic AI. That's probably a good thing. But it also means we're going to need to grab this as quickly as possible before they do. Scientific Charter has been researched. That was quick. Claiming technologies, you're in neutral territory. Why not make it yours? You can use the Found Camp Army action to claim this territory, a necessary step before attaching it to a city or creating a new one. Moreover, claimed territories permit creation of mines and quarries to exploit valuable deposits, strategic and luxury resources in the territory. They also permit assimilation of minor factions that have pacified villages in it. Founding a camp costs some influence and require your army to hold position for a few turns. Careful though, as camps are more vulnerable than cities to enemy attack. Okay. So I think what we'll probably do is grab you and have you head southwards a bit. If we think that this truly is valuable. It probably is, because if we build like merchant housing on here, we're going to be proper minted, I believe is the term. I think we'll build it here, and we're going to have the merchants coming out this way. Looking around a bit, here's some more aggressive people. 264 combat strength. We are at 319. Oh, and then we have a delegation. Interesting. Oh. Hostiles. The Last Lords versus the Sullusk. They're attacking us. We shall fight them. Alright, see how combat works. So high ground is over here. And I seem to remember high ground being rather useful, so I think I'll probably take it. We're engaged in battle with this hero possessing an active skill. Mostly held by hero units, active skills can be used once per battle. Once per battle? Okay. There they go. Well, let's whack this fool. And yeah, you heal because of leech. You don't, so you do need to be aware of that. Keep attacking them. That's animation. You keep attacking them and keep healing. Kill this guy. No! Bollocks. Where's my Gifts of the Fallen also heal to you. Oh, it's when any unit dies adjacent to you, not just your own. Friendly or enemy unit is eliminated. That also healed yourself. Okay, that's good to know. Ooh, crit. Nice. 2 rounds left. You have things affecting you now. What do those mean? Damaged. Loses 10 to 35% damage, increases health decreases, and you are slowed because of the incapacitating strike. But we definitely want you to use your leech by fighting them. Then you can hit him and actually restore a bunch of health. Okay, this Gift of the Fallen is really strong. There we go, 107 dust. I'll definitely take that. At any time, you can click the Diplomacy button to manage diplomacy with other empires you have encountered. Okay. How are we doing? We're still building that 5 turns. Let's continue exploring over here. There's even more dust down there. But I still think that building settlement here, then making all of this into merchants' territory is the way to go. Get there in 2 turns. Perfect. I want you to do this here. Takes a turn. That's totally fine. And now we've claimed this so that they can't take it, which is quite important. Bad guys. Impact crater. Normally, the origin of the ancient crater is unclear, but the fused rock and deep wells it gives provide excellent defensive qualities. Evolving camps. You have claimed the territory by founding a camp. With enough influence, you can either attach it to the nearby city's territory or evolve it into an autonomous city to manage. I would very much like this to attach. However, before creating more cities, be aware of the Empire City cap, which is outside of this screen, I assume. So I need to get 100 influence in order to do that. And we can actually generate more influence by having you working as a scribe. How long until your population grows? Or is this that I just have to spend 155? I think that's the case. Okay. Let's make you both citizens, because again, I want the population to grow. So population is an active thing that we have to do here. It's not passive. We do need to be a bit careful about the necromancers. Blood mending. What's that? When attacking, restore 35% health to unit and adjacent friendlies. So that's even stronger than what I have. Interesting. And then how do I pacify these guys? Villagers worry or spawn armies until it's either sacked or pacified. This can be done by attacking the village by bribing the elder with dust or with parley that triggers the quest to be completed. How does one parley? This army is now available again. Kind of want you to look around up here a bit more. If you don't mind. That would be lovely. And you I want to have running through here. We'll see if they decide to attack us or not. Found obelisks, dust and influence. Excellent. Influence is absolutely what I'm after here. Workshop researched. The start of everything, tradecraft and blah blah blah. Yeah. We shall fight them! Unfortunately this time they are on the high ground. Basically, wherever I go. Let's move here. These two may well attack you from these two. But then you can at least go around and flank. No, you're attacking me from down there. Okay. You're going to come around here and attack. Yeah. I see what you're doing and I don't like it. So let's proper thwack. Oh. Is that worth the sacrifice? No. You actually do a lot more damage just attacking regularly. That's interesting. And they're not getting the best of their bonuses. Because they're not attacking while adjacent, which they really should be. Gift of the Fallen, you heal. And then you can also heal by leeching. Yeah, we got this. We did this fight a lot better than the previous one. Lovely jubbly. 91 dust and a flask of dust fire. Consumable. Acknowledged. And we researched the workshop. Unfortunately, we can't see the text that came with it.
Come, accept.
Diplomacy. Here is your diplomacy screen with the selected empire. Hover over your diplomatic status towards the empire for more details. Treaties can be proposed to the other empire and require agreement to come into effect. Declarations, on the other hand, can be unilaterally imposed and come into effect instantly without the other empire's agreement. Both categories of diplomatic action require spending influence. So you are offering me a non-aggression pact. I will definitely accept that.
Well done.
Share coral exploitation. Turning the treaty will give me additional dust and influence
Let's do business.
to both empires based on the quantity of coral exploited by the non-aspect empire. Sure.
Well done.
Cartography exchange. Sure.
For
Shared
your
research.
consideration.
Sure.
Well done.
Okay, these guys are being super friendly. Have I played or seen Mappa Imperium as a world builder game? I think you'll like it. No, I haven't seen that. Click on the minor faction city to talk to them and get quests. I think you need a unit next to the city first. Yeah, that's what I was assuming. I represent the harmony of the illuminated realm. I hope we learn from each other. Another coral. Apparently. I still want to go that way because you haven't explored much of it. You have explored more in this direction though. Okay. So yeah, the foundlings I think are ones I do want to talk to because they give the extra health. You give health regen. You give damage. I mean, damage is also good. In fact, damage is better for us. So let's move you to here. I'm clicking on the banner, nothing's happening. I think I actually have to... Here we go. Go to them. Parley. Hear the silence, last lords. Not good. Never so quiet since we left the kin camp. We listen for the sound of armor. Every one of us. I listen too. I'm in no mood to talk. You fear approaching armies? Enemies? No! We fear that those who went out may not return. A scouting party left on my orders a dozen days ago. No news since. We can spare no one to search, so we wait. If we looked for these missing scouts, perhaps you'd be more interested in talking. I'd be amenable. We are alone here, Consul, my dear Tibana. The world is full of dangers we do not understand. Even a single absence hurts. Painful as it is to say, I believe they are gone forever. We are warriors. We sing the songs of steel and beat the drums of iron. Black hammers fight and win and come home. Those who attack them may still be prowling these lands. Only gutless bandits would have done this. Punish them for us. Okay. Now, do we have a location, perhaps? No. There's another thing to explore there. All right. Still at 52. Oh, hold on. I have enough money to purchase another person. This person can be a scribe so that we're gaining the influence faster. I am totally on board with that. And then we have some more science. I guess once we completed this, we get these. How do we complete it? Because I know you can... Ah, here we go. We need to get 8 technologies total. So you're not necessarily going to get all of the techs for every age. So we have workshops. We have the laboratory. The Inquisition gives us more science in the Lord's estate. I don't know that we necessarily need that. Keystones lets us build bridges and dams. Don't care. Feudalism. +1 dust per citizen. +1 dust per artisan. We have 2 citizens at the moment, so that's 2 more dust a turn. Approval in the capital. The forum gives an extra scribe slot. We don't need scribe slots. We don't need fortifications. We're next to very friendly people at the moment. So I think probably feudalism. 6 turns. Jeez. Well, it doesn't seem to be anything anywhere that we've already explored, so how about... Go down this way. What's that? Weapons. Cache of experienced wielder, well-versed in combat arms. Bring an army to the tile to search for battle spoils. That sounds good to me. Oh, and you've leveled up to level 2. Let's take a look at your skill tree. Skill tree for the hero. You can spend hero points to unlock new hero skills or upgrade your hero's attributes. And the attributes are here. So you currently have 2 determination, which we know that your power slash uses to do extra damage. So you currently do 38 damage with that. Infantry. When adjacent to 2 friendly units at the end of the battle round, you gain extra defense. Good to know. When attacking a ranged unit, you do extra damage. So infantry like being in shield formations. Cool. So these I'm assuming, yeah, warrior skill tree, hybrid skill tree, last lord skill tree. So all the last lords will get these. Chilling coup de grace. When eliminating unit, applies Terrorize to enemy. Death Blow. When using this active skill on enemy unit, ignores defense to the targeted units if they are damaged, deals 40 damage, 5 extra per determination, so that's 50, 3 per might. If the target unit is eliminated, the hero can act again. Okay, that's quite nice. Charge! Teleports the targeted tile, deals damage to adjacent. So deals 40 damage to all adjacent, range 1 or 2. Physical training just adds extra damage. When gathering a curiosity, heals 25 health to all units in the army. Extra per health and intuition. And here are the stats. Okay. When attacking a minor faction unit, add extra damage. When gaining experience, gain more experience for the non-hero units in the army. When unlocked, gain extra health, adds extra health per resilience. So we probably want determination and resilience the most. But at the moment, I like the idea of the physical training. Just hitting harder. Although the execution also sounds really good. If we kill the unit, then we attack again. And remember, these are once per battle only. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think I prefer if they're on a cooldown. Especially when battles get bigger. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the passive. Because if this is only one turn, that's one turn of doing 50 damage, or every turn I'm doing 5 more. And I already do 47 to 57. And we do have equipment. Right. The heavy mace is rare. Let me compare this to what I'm using at the moment. But what I can do is I can lock it. No, that didn't work. I was hoping I could then see them together. So you're providing 35 damage and 5% crit. That's it. And Power Slash. This is providing Power Slash to War Master, Might, Resilience, 52 damage instead of 35. So that's a huge upgrade. And War Master, when attacking, ignores the defense of targeted units. And Power Slash 2. Why would I not use this? Then Flask of Dustfire restores health on targeted units. Does not consume movement or actions. May as well carry it. Hold on. Ah, his model actually changes. That is a flipping huge hammer. Alright, so you want to go here to grab another thing. You have encountered Prime, one who stalks afar. That's a necrophage. With whom we're currently at peace. I didn't think you could be at peace with a necrophage. But apparently we are, somehow. Oh, it's down there. Okay, so there is a mark. I kind of wish that would just show. So I need to be going up that direction rather than this. Alright, let's do that. And my other guys here. Ametrine. Industry per pacified village under protectorate. extra industry per city. You get 2 of them. 3 of them. Unfortunately, they're almost guaranteed to get it rather than me. This building is taking a really long time to build. However, I can now expand. Influence and foundation provided by city districts. Influence is stockpiled to the empire level. This resource is key for diplomacy with other empires. But influence is also essential for extending your cities by creating more foundations. From time to time, it's good for your city economy to create foundations or exploit more terrain tiles and prepare them for new districts later. To do so, click one of the highlighted tiles. It will cost you the indicated amount of influence to instantly create a foundation. Yeah, but again, I want to go this way. Actually, what I really want to do is attach you. Now we're getting a ton more dust. And then what I immediately want to do is start building a merchant's house there. I do like this zoomed out map, it's quite clear. Oh, you can't cross the river. Interesting. Get attacked by both of those, which would be an interesting fight. But the bandits are the ones who attack me. And we significantly outnumber them, and they're archers. Okay, what do we have? Raiders. Ranged 3. When adjacent to enemy unit, lose 30% damage. When attacking, can target a unit in a 3-tile radius. When attacking a unit that's not adjacent to units of the army, adds extra damage. Well, I definitely want to keep to the woods, get that cover. I'm going to move you in first, because what you can do is power slash 2 on them. Oops. Basically kills them. Ooh. Ow! You can come in over here. Gain a bunch of health. And we're full health. Easy. Thanks for the heal. Oh, these must be the guys who were lost. What's that? Exhausted. Cannot attack again until the next turn. Okay, makes sense. Meanwhile, you have built... Oh, you've built the communal thingy-mablobby. And because this is part of your city, you're then building the merchants thing. Yeah, okay. I get it, I get it. You actually get 3 citizens at this point, although that would really make you unhappy. are you minus 12? Oh, just being a last lord is apparently making you angry. Okay. City level reflects the advancement of your city. It increases when the city's center district levels up by being surrounded by at least 4 other districts. Okay, so I guess for every 4 districts, the city levels up. Feudalism researched. Ah, this is the Soul Repository. It'll allow me to get primordial Last Lords. Built once per territory. Okay. So if we wanted to build that, that is a... what? Oh, now I can expand this direction. Oh, you have to build a building, then you can build adjacent to that. Because this is an anomaly, we could immediately build adjacent to the anomaly. I see how that works. And there's the Soul Repository. Doesn't benefit from any adjacencies. The only one that doesn't care about adjacencies is probably you. Or... well, no, because we can build one in each territory. So we probably also want to build one like that. I think the next thing we really need, though, is probably a workshop, honestly. +2 industry, +1 on tile already producing industry. +1 industry for every adjacent ridge. +1 for every adjacent communal habitation, which this is. So we would actually benefit from building here. Total gain, 1 production, 1 science. Non-aggression with the other quarrel. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well
yes.
done.
Ooh. Okay, another technology done. So I think we probably do want to get the influence generation from Voice of the Masses. Lord's Estate. Oh, this is the thing that's placed on pacified villages, which we are going to be getting soon. Let's get that one first. Maybe Mace Foul. Leash of the Tyrant, +1 might. It's an accessory. Take it. We've Dole, uncommon. Skill, ranged 5. And another Flask of Dustfire. I guess you can only have one. Alright, so we want you to fight them. Very favourable. Yeah, this was a mistake. I should have used you the other way around. Because he doesn't regenerate in the same way. What he can do is come storming over here. And then just brutalize them. And then Gift of the Fallen actually heals you up, so we're good. And there we are, back to full strength again. You have done well. I can hear from your weapons whispers that the monsters who took our scouts have paid the price. I offer this gift of thanks, and we join our swords with yours in memory of the fallen. Sledgehammer of the 100. Big crit chance. Victory! We gain a bunch of stuff, so we can get another population, which I'd like to do. And we should stick that pop in probably artisans, because I feel like we're already getting a decent amount of science. Artisans also provide more dust, which is good. And will mean that this stuff gets built faster, which is double good. Double plus good, even. So these are now pacified. And there are actually 3 villages in this one territory alone. So I think we probably do want to try to expand out to here with an outpost. Where would we put it? Probably here. Then we can do merchant stuff out here, production here. I'll have you queue up that move. Where's my other thing? We kind of want you going down this way. Take a proper look around. It'll be 120 to build the next outpost. We see beneficial relations ahead. Cool. They are now friendly. Merchants Guild in 2 turns. And now we need to try to find the archive, which is all the way down there. It's going to be your job then. Although we should probably also try to pacify these guys so we don't come under constant attack. Those guys are pacified. Oh, hang on. We also got a new hammer. Two might, 1 resilience, 2 might, 52 damage, 15, 52 damage, 15. Impenetrable momentum. What does that do? When moving 3 tiles in a battle round, gained shield gives extra shield per veterancy. I think I still kind of prefer yours. That War Master, meaning you just ignore defense, is kind of ridiculous. And you're very close to leveling up again. And you guys are already level 1. To become an Eldritch Knight, you need 15 this. Defending our defense. I want you to be a defensive character. To specialize, need to be an allied territory, and need to research Lord's Discipline. There's the Lord's Archive, in fact. I mean, while we're here, we may as well talk to you to see if we can pacify you.
Visitors, voluntarily. What a surprise. We're busy with the harvest, of course.
This is really bad, my voice.
My fate has brought you here to join the festivities.
I don't quite see what you're harvesting.
This is a special harvest. But
Nope, can't do that. Hold on. Part of nature's grand cycle of life and rebirth. The foundling family takes flesh that is no longer needed and gives it a new home, a new purpose. Just imagine that they sound like what I was just doing. I thought it was quite a good voice for them. It's just too bad that it completely kills my voice. If your family put all those knives away, we could speak more calmly. Is there a way to be friends without being part of the harvest? It's, not our tradition.
well, as the family grows, future harvests must also grow. To fulfill the promises of our community, we must guarantee a sustainable crop.
This I can do. This is better.
Those who have been chosen to reap this year's harvest are understandably honored by the responsibility and excited to compete over bringing home the most stores. It would ease the tension if the first of the season's bounty could be gathered by outsiders. I ask you simply harvest some of the wayward souls who prowl these lands.
By harvest, you mean?
Defeat them, Consul, and of course, do not leave the bodies behind.
Destroy the wretched creatures. Alright, let's see where they are, because, oh, they're, they're on the way. Perfect. Dr. Kane! Your voice sounds rough. Drink some tea. Cheers. Don't mind if I do. How's the construction? 5 more times. These are going to be a bit stronger than the previous ones I thought. So we have mighty Imperial pikes. And Imperial pikes. Now they are juggernauts. What does that mean? Juggernauts, when conducting a siege, adds damage to breach the fortification. When attacking infantry, they do extra damage. That's why I was taking so much damage from them. Because both my guys are infantry. That does make sense. And they currently... No, I currently have the high ground. Excellent. Them to come next to me here. That works too. Does it? Yeah. This time it does. Because what I can then do is power slash onto you. And you can still move over here and attack from the high ground. Ow, critically. Gives the fallen, you heal up. Oh, you're high grounding against me there. Sneaky. I don't like it. Still gonna smack you. We got a crit. 117 damage. I'll take it. Because now you're gonna take the damage penalty. And then what we should be able to do is give to the fallen. Choosing up a little.
I'm very grateful for the service in opening the harvest. A beautiful deed, and a beautiful way to offer new life to lost souls, joining our brothers and sisters in the Vitalis rite. But Forgive me, you aren't interested in such things. Since we are now friends, I will respect your feelings and present you with this token of our profound esteem.
Desiccated larynx. This game's been listening to me. Or rather, this just proves that these characters do actually talk this way. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so +3 might, which is quite nice. Does give cursed strength. Adds extra damage. Okay, if you insist. And we got a bunch of extra dust, which is lovely. And another level up. The desiccated larynx is definitely better than that. Oh, amazing. And you leveled up too. So we need 2 of these to get to the next circle. I did quite like the idea of the death blow. And does extra damage with determination. Although I now have level 5 might. Thanks to all the items I'm carrying. Huzzah! No, I'm still going to go with death blow. There we go. Yadra! Coming in with an 18-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Yadra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do this.
I beg, let me go. I'm just a little old scab rat.
Tell me why you were spying on my soldiers then.
They came into my land. I was scared. They collapsed my little empire.
Your empire? All I see are empty fields. Good for planting, Why would he say that? Good for harvesting, I'd wager.
My empire is beneath the ground. Our guerrilla tunnels come from some ancient conflicts everyone's forgotten. All the marching was shaking the earth. Had me thinking we'd all collapse.
Tunnels, eh?
I'll give you dust on your way. Please, don't think of robbing my little empire. You'll lose half your forces from all the traps I've laid.
Ah yes. The simulation event effect. Spawn settlement effect. Not properly localized. Being a content designer, I'm used to seeing errors like this. I don't really need that. I think I won't take the money. Okay, deal. My forces will leave gingerly. And speaking of forces leaving, resource conversion. Did you know it's possible to use construction view to convert your industry into influence if needed? More advanced technologies will even allow you to convert it to other resources. Okay. Not that interested right now, but it's not. Okay, we're getting awfully close to minimum approval level. But our city's growing nicely. Oh, you can't actually see anywhere how big the city is, population-wise. In that case, let's have you go in north, because we wanted to settle this area next. We do actually have almost the strength for it. So where did we want to go? I think it was here. Because then we can get a merchant quarter there, production there, and then we can get the lord estates as well. Did I send you the wrong way? Dust healing. Your units can't regenerate health per turn. Your faction use dusts instead. Yeah, I know. I'm fine. With the fact that we get Gift to the Fallen, we heal for ourselves. How's that construction coming along? 3 more turns. Then I think we'll probably need to get a soldier. Why reinvent the wheel when you can question the world's peoples? You research new technology, knowledge of the elders. So Lord's estates now provide science when I build them. And dust is now cheaper. Or rather, healing is now cheaper, dust-wise. I need 2 more technologies. So I don't think I need the bridges because there are no rivers near us. So we need 2 of these 3. I think I've got to take Civil Order for the approval. He might get attacked. Run away! Okay, should be fine. Consul, we've secured the souls. Within the day, they'll be safely ensconced in Dawnbreak. Cheer up, Leofric. God's willing, soon the first souls will be transferred to their automatons. Imagine, by sundown, we might hear Marcus Gallardi prattle on about his Origia war stories. I just pray the resurrection is successful. You worry too much, Leofric. Look how far your genius has brought the lords already. We gained extra approval for 10 turns. We're ahead in the polls. Nice. While Steward Leofric, the mastermind behind the Lord's escape and Sidar, agitates over his resurrection method, Tybana begins to plot the Lord's survival in this hostile world. Pray tell, Leofric, are we ready to resurrect the First Lord? Almost. I must finish some research. If we don't get this right, the resurrected lords risk being degenerate, incapable of living full and hale lives. You'll get what you need, Leofric. Nothing's more important than reviving our fellow lords. Tell me. Then this is what I need to complete the preparations. Collect 3 curiosities, gain 100 dust and Eldritch Net. Okie dokie. I don't know that there are going to be that many curiosities still around. That's kind of a dangerous one, actually. Hey, Shake. Well, there's one. And there's one too. Let's do... No, that's in enemy territory. Let's go that way. And... Ah! We've built the workshop. No, the Merchant's Guild. Cool! And our dust income is really starting to balloon now. So we could potentially build a foundation. Oh, those are kind of expensive. I was going to build a unit. Let's get another stalwart.
Sayada grows darker, stranger. This is not the world we imagined, lords of the Amber Plains. But during this deluge, we must stand tall against all this world throws at us.
Monsoon. Victory conditions. You can click on the button to access the victory screen and info about winning. Council seat unlocked. Monsoon has come to side up. Are you going to tell me what that means? Council seats. You can freely appoint, revoke and move councillors between seats. The council will be locked again at the end of the current term. Select a seat to appoint a councillor from either your empire's notables or your heroes. You cannot appoint, revoke or move councillors for now. You can either wait for the next monsoon or pay with dust to unlock the council. So the Vault Dweller increases the stock capacity for each thing. I have no income on that. Plus 8 dust and resource deposits. I definitely want this. What? What just happened? Victory conditions. Victories by score and conquest are present from the beginning. However, as you progress through the game and discover Cider's story, other ways to win will be gradually presented to you. So at the moment I am third in score, so, which will be another 275 turns. Conquest, we haven't conquered anyone. We haven't done these two. New dangers and rewards will appear during the monsoon. Note the temporary bridges may be destroyed. Minor factions become enraged during the monsoon and will attack anyone nearby. Oh, the council seat was unlocked on turn 22. It's now turn 25. Well, I guess I lost that opportunity. Somehow. Play 25 turns. Achievement got. Okay, then I wanted to found this here. One more turn, we get that, and then there is actually a curiosity here that we can go and grab. Oh, right, curiosities have respawned because monsoon. Nice. Provisions, 4 of the blue and 10 of the not blue. You can see what those are displayed. Yep. Ah. Darkhorn. Adds 10 extra industry. Born in dust. Your faction cannot grow population naturally using food. Must use dust. You can click these buttons to buy out new population. Change the type of buy. Do want to do that. I do want to enable this. We accumulated some luxury resources. And some strategic resources. Strategic resources are essential for upgrading your units, recruiting advanced units, or building advanced structures. Note the max stock capacity can be increased by researching certain tasks. You have a pacified village within your city's territory. As last lords, you can build unique faction structures on top of these villages. A Lord's Estate structure allows your regular roundup of village population to the city, possibly for sacrifice afterwards. Alternatively, a soul repository will grant the city with a unique and powerful primordial Last Lord. You can click on the pacified village within the city's territory to select the structure to start. Produced by cities in quarry districts or obtained as rewards, these special resources are stored at the Empire's scale. With enough of the luxuries, you can grant the Empire with unique boosts for a few turns, the effects varying for each type. Note the max stack capacity can be increased by new researching certain tasks. So for 15 turns, I'll spend 10 of this. There's actually a global buy-sell resource thing, it's quite nice. But I'm going to go ahead and use that, because one thing we're really slow at is production. So that sounds good. Cost 200 to attach to a city, although this city is limited. Right, districts are buildings. So I need to build stuff in these two. This was a workshop, so I think we... No, we were going to get a soul repository here. And then here... Probably a workshop again. And you are my scouts. You are looking for another curiosity. There's more of them over here, so I guess we go over there. Although actually you're going to grab that next turn, so at that point we have the three. Civil order researched. We'll get nowhere if we don't have respect for one another. General Shaparenko. So here's the choice. We have one tech left, so we can either get Voice of the Masses, which is the scribe slot, or we can get Stonework Fortifications. We do know that there is an necrophage around somewhere. But I think I'm going to go with Stonework. Galadi is reborn. I hope these dark skies are not an omen. Leofric, you genius! You did it! Marquis Galadi is back. Now we should proceed with the resurrection as many lords as we can muster. Consul, I would strongly advise against that. What? Why? What cause unsettles your reason? Truthfully, I have grave doubts about Galadi's resurrection. I fear the method might have left the Marquis somehow enfeebled, only time will tell. As you wish. This is your domain after all. But, Leofric, remember, the lords cannot wait forever. Leofric's reservations around Marquis Galadi's resurrection are most prophetic. A terrible affliction besets the reborn lord, their life primed to be dramatically cut short. A grim mood takes the consul as she comes to terms with the setback and the imminent death of a decorated, if somewhat pompous, ally. Leofric, I mean not to besmirch your reputation or cause your humiliation, but how did this happen? Resurrection isn't child's play, consul. It is a difficult and perilous task. Setbacks are inevitable. Setbacks? Marquis Galbardi is dying! I'm sorry you needed to witness this, but, Consul, please calm yourself. Marquis Garibaldi is not lost. He isn't? Galadi's original engram, the soul he brought from Meridia, remains in the crypt in Dorm. Before resurrection, I duplicate the soul. One goes into the automaton, the other remains in the crypt. A hallmark. Exactly. We can resurrect Marquis Galadi again. But he will remember nothing of his time on Sidhar. A blessing as much as a curse, I think you'll agree. Reassuring, yet horrifying too. I feel guilty saying it, but I am relieved the Morning Star has space for a few full suits for the likes of us, Leofric. If I was in Galadi's boots. Indeed. Not to cast aspersions on your talents, of course. Resurrection, as you say, is a difficult science. But I need it to work. We have few allies on this world. None taken, and I will have it perfected soon. I just need a few more vital materials. Always wanting more, Leofric. But our need for allies is great too. You put me in a difficult bind. What's the Lord's priority? So we can get allies or materials. Oh, definitely allies. 400 influence is a huge amount. I'm sorry, Leofric. As much as we need the wisdom of Galadi and the rest, we are too vulnerable at this time. We must gain power over those who might hurt us first. I understand. I will carry on my research regardless, with or without the materials. Just ensure you meet your other duties first, steward. Always. We will pacify a nearby threat. Okay, so we did gain an Eldritch Knight. That's a stalwart. Where's the knight? There's the knight. Dying. When the status is active, minimizes health to 1. Okay. Well, we can use him as an explorer, I guess. Meanwhile, we do have a stalwart that can come and join us down here. There's 2 villages to pacify. Those have already been pacified. To facilitate the management of several armies or handle specific situations, like an army with low health, advanced orders can be carried out indefinitely can be useful. You can mouse over these order buttons for more details. Oh, these. Tons of dust, and our stability has gone up again, so hire another person. And we are 2 population away from maxing out. However, we can extend that with... Oh, that's what these are. We should definitely get an altar of channeling. Still trying to level you up. Just need to build those 2 and then you'll level. So 9 more turns. Right, and what I was thinking was... Communal habitation. Level up when surrounded by 4 districts, plus 1 population slot on population vocations. Population vocations? What's a population vocation? A vocation is a role in the city which a population can be assigned. There are 3 assignable vocations: citizen, artisan, scribe, focused on the food industry and science production respectively. Additionally, populations possess inherent effects based on the faction. Place them wisely. 4th category, destitute, is used when the population outgrows the available slots in the other categories. Destitute will start building shanties as they need somewhere to live. Slots can be increased via districts and improvements. Okay, so this just gives us 3 extra pop slots. That's quite good. Oh, I'm assuming that's only when it levels up, then. That would make more sense. Otherwise, it just provides 2 money. So, question here is, if I were to build you, I did not need to do that. But now I know. This, you would produce +8 because this is +6 from dust, +2 from tile producing dust. But if I had you surrounded by communal districts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2 is 10. So yes, one merchant's house surrounded by communal habitation is better than merchant's house surrounded by merchant's houses. Although industry works the same way. We're getting a lot of dust from these tiles, so I think we probably do want the merchants. We're just not going to have as much population with it. I thought what we could do is merchant's house, communal. I think you can fix your council. City cap and empire approval. Your city cap determines how many cities you can establish without suffering from additional improvements, malice on the empire scale. Council seats. Oh, here's the council. You can get up to 3 cities. Population scale bonuses. Tier 1 unlocks the ultra channeling. Tier 2 influence and last lord population. Tier 3 dust on city with last lord population. That's quite nice. But I can spend just 40 dust to reassign the council. I think that is exactly what I'm going to do. So we wanted both of these, basically. +8 dust on resource deposits. And -30 dust on units. Strategic resources cost on units. Apply. Hold up on that. I guess what I could do is settle another city up here. Turn that into a city. How much does that cost? Yeah, I think I'll probably do that. It seems you play a little part inside his fate. They've become indifferent. Okay. Anyway, you have now gained all of your strength, so let's go down here and see what we can do about pacifying you. You're still exploring. They have finally claimed this bit. So you explore if I down this way. Don't see any other curiosities immediately obvious. 2 more turns. You discovered your first deposit of a luxury resource. These special resources of various types can provide considerable boosts to the Empire if you manage to extract them. From cities or even camps, build quarries directly on top of the deposits to start their extraction. Quarries are special districts available in cities. If you are lucky, note that you may even earn luxury resources by completing quests or eliminating powerful monsters. So this is a Clax deposit. Cool. And we can now see that there is now some additional land available, which has also revealed some more NPCs, which is good because we kind of need them. I wonder if the seer... Wait, who's saying this? I don't know. I wonder if the seer foresaw the end of the strange monsoon. May we speak for a moment, Last Lord? I would be glad to have the wisdom and objectivity of an outsider. I'm even willing to pay for it. What is your concern? Perhaps we can assist. One of us, an outcast, claims they can see the future by reading the clouds. When they're right, their following grow. When they're wrong, they explain it away. Now my Honoroi demand to replace me, so I can no longer judge the Cloud Reader's claims. But a stranger has no bias. Could you put this matter to rest? If you could show how much the Last Lords care for studying natural philosophy, then no one among us could doubt your ability to lead this inquiry. Doing so would even align with our interests, telling the future from the skies. Fascinating idea. I'm sure you'll learn the cloud reading is false, and I'll thank you for it. 4 districts with a lab. That's going to be kind of expensive. Oh, this already counts 2 of 3. Interesting. Well, you are here to guard that position. You are... marching through here. And then I guess I need to spend a few turns building up to here to get labs. Here, oh good. Basically put 4 labs here. So how do labs work? +2 science, +1 on tile producing already at least 2 types of yields. +2 science on each adjacent anomaly, which I actually have here. +1 science for each adjacent communal habitation. So what we should probably do is lab, lab, lab. Maybe even lab. In fact, probably lab. To really make use of this anomaly. Which actually is nice, because... oh, this is where you're building this. Cancel that. 'Cause, yeah, that's worth 5 science, which is quite a lot. And then I thought I told you to guard. Oh, I told the wrong unit to guard. I see. Population grew. Oh, we have a primordial last lord now. They do cost more consumption, but they increase dust and influence. You know what? If we put you here, we're getting more influence out of them. And influence at the moment, I think, is what I want to have most of. Even though they would laugh at our primitiveness, with these arts we can begin to defend ourselves. New era. The years of toil are unlocked, offering new technologies to research and new era effects. So Palanquin of the Profane is a Juggernaut ranged unit. The bishops riding these litters dispense a corrupted magic that leaves battlefields awash with an eerie glow. They do a lot of damage. Ranged 4. Dust divination. Arcane practices permits Cider's natural dust reserves to be more easily attained. +5 dust on merchant houses. +1 dust on tiles not already producing dust. Mineral Inquisition. +15 science in a quarry. Once per city. Acknowledged. Hero Circle. Last Lord, Black Hammer, Unseeing Seer, or an Ockling. These are the two we've befriended, particularly these guys. And I feel like the Black Hammers have a lot in common with the Last Lords. They both rather like their armour. So you're a defender, you're also a defender, you're a caster, and you're an archer. Isolationist. Extra industry on cities, extra dust on cities. However, founding camps is significantly more expensive. Or +50% dust when performing a capture action on army. Capture action. I don't know what that is. I want to get Sirok Zabor just because I'm really curious about Black Hammers. And it just feels right that they are a defender. You're a warrior. Okay, so you are different. Oh, they're physically different. Primordials. Interesting. Okay. Well, you immediately level up, and you can also get some equipment. You can't use the big-ass hammers, unfortunately. You're currently using an uncommon club and a toughened gambeson. You can, however, use the Leash of the Tyrant to take that. You can also have one of the potions to take that. When attacking or defending, gain 6 shield per adjacent enemies. That's quite nice. Persuasive Leader reduces the upkeep cost of non-hero minor faction units by 2 dust. Reduces extra dust per intuition, which you do not have. When gaining experience, gain more experience to non-minor faction. Get 2 of those. Nature of the Beast. When unlocked, gain extra health. But you can also get strong defenses when unlocked, add extra defense passively. Extra defense per resilience, so you'd actually get +5 defense for this. War Machine adds a bunch of extra health. And Buckled Up, when defending, gain health, gain shield. What praise a shield? Shields protect units during battle by adding temporary health points shown in blue on the health bar. These points are used to absorb damage before decreasing the unit's original health points. Many passive and active skills give shield to units. Now this doesn't say like once per turn or anything, it's literally just 25 shield. So you're going to absorb 25 damage regardless of what source of damage it is. That seems insane. I want that. I want that one. Wow, you have a lot of abilities. Colonialist Strike. When winning a battle against a minor faction, recruit one unit from the defeated faction. And next turn we can get that city established. Okay, well, I do kind of think that you probably would like to have some units. Being infantry, I think you probably want some more infantry. But in the meantime, you might as well go grab some of these items. Minor faction discovered. Oh, here somewhere, apparently. Research! So we can decide to get the voice of the masses if we want to, but I don't think I will. We're going to go up to the next level. So we have the Diplomat's Manse.
Raiding party!
Marangana, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. All the dust in the world. I mean, we are trying to get that dust in right now. But yeah, thank you for the raid. I am assuming by that comment that you are also playing Endless Legends. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Right, so the Diplomat's Manse. I will give you a little intro as to who we are in just a moment. So Diplomatic Manse, we just got to the level 2 years of toil. So immigration policy, treaty, win-win relations. Creed unlocks lodgings improvement and emergency dwellings improvement. +3 population slots on the population vacation. Once per city. I mean, that would be useful. We are rapidly reaching the limit in our capital. Scriptorium, which gives more influence. Foreign affairs, extra protectorate slot. Are we limited in that now? Sure. Shock tactics allows us to get a garrison and extra fortifications. Lord's discipline, here we go. This is the unit unlocks. Specialization unlocks, rather. And we do have one unit who is ready to be promoted. Thanatology. This gives us the Dust Divination and Mineral Inquisition and increases science and soul repository in Lord's Estates, which we are going to start building more of soon. Material science, this is all about gaining science. Geology. Unlocks the Rewild landscaping action, allowing increased yields of single resource tiles and restoration of barren, which I don't think we have any of. Hydromatic laboratory. +25 precision for season predictability, and we also can get the hydro pump. Markets. Unlocks trading posts. And unlocks the trader trail, which is a dirt road. Dustlytics. Extra dust on city halls and minstries and allows the lithosphere gallery. +50 dust. I'm assuming that's a one-off, like you just get 50 dust when you build it? Collective will unlocks the blast furnace, and I'm recognizing... No, this one doesn't. Some of them have special resources required for the buildings. I just want to double check one thing, which is the protectorates, which is this one. Oh, I can make you a protectorate now. And I do have this slot available. I would very much like to do that. Assimilation effects, +1 damage per pacified village under protectorate on unit. We have 3 of them. And then also just a flat 3 damage, so we actually get 6 extra damage for this. And we unlock some new units too. Good. Okay, so if we did want to get another protectorate, which we might want to do for these guys, although they're not nearly as strong as the Black Hammers. The Black Hammers, because they had 3 cities, are really good. And we were going to upgrade this to a city when I eventually actually get the influence to do this. I also played the Lost Lords. We started with the tutorial, then tried to have a glimpse of the Lords. Didn't go too far in 4 hours, but it was quite nice, still learning the 4X genre. I've played a fair bit of 4X. I played Endless Legend 1 previously, though not a huge amount. I did play a huge amount of Humankind, which I still really, really like. And this is basically Fantasy Humankind. But there are definitely a lot of extra mechanics and things, like the Protectorates. I did play the demo preview months ago. Kind of feels like a year ago, but I don't think it was that long ago. And I played as the kin for that one, but I think it was only 20 turns we could do. Maybe it was 40 turns. I think it might have been 40, because I think it was around this point in the game where we had to stop. But anyway, this means that I'm not immediately needing that protectorate slot. So instead, I do like the idea of the markets, the trading posts. I do also like the idea of upgrading my units, although we don't have that many of them yet. Less influence cost for founding camps. That actually sounds really strong. You know what? Let's do that, because I kind of feel like we're approaching the expansion phase, where we want to start locking down territories so that our immediate neighbour can't. Who's talking? Student of history. The ruins must have sat on the seabed for eons. The tangled fronds of weeds that once floated in the waters now ugly clumps at the base of the pillars. Barnacles still cling to the surfaces where the patina of green slime relents, and the smell of the sea is intense. A soldier spots movement. Who goes there? I should ask you the same question. After all, your soldiers trample a site of great historical value. I am Consul Mirte Tiabana, leader of the Last Lords. Tell me, why do you dig among the bones of dead civilizations? The Sulusk are far from dead. Not many of us whose histories go far back. They are simply diminished, not extinct. So, what have you learned? Jarosite. My name is Jarosite. My elders claimed the Sulusk Empire once stretched across Ida, magnificent in its cruelty. I could hardly imagine these lowly thieves building anything more than hovels, but this site tells a different story. What? Help me excavate. Prove you are not simply invaders, and I will tell you what I know of Cider's past, and enrich you in the process to boot. So we will slow us down for a turn, but we'll gain black gel boots, which increases movement speed. We can trigger a battle against these guys. 2 of them even. Or we can extort them. 600 dust is a huge amount of dust. And the Solusk attacked us, and they are being protectorized by the orange guys, so I don't really care about you. My soldiers cannot waste time digging through dirt. They'll take whatever's lying in sight and move on. After that, the site's yours. Be careful, the site belongs to the Solusk, and those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. Oh, you're an ancient Amatrine. Oh, in that case, I doubly don't care about the Solusk. What did you say? Nothing, just old worthless proverb I'm fond of. Farewell then, Lost Lords. Perhaps I will share my learnings with you when you are not so occupied. An elite Imperial Pike. And a mighty... like double your strength though. Good luck! Hey faces. I think the original demo for content creators had like 50 turns. Yeah, that feels about right. Yeah, they have the high ground. Quite a big way. Now, unfortunately, these are juggernauts, they're anti-infantry. I'm a little bit concerned by how much damage you could take here if I'm not careful. Interesting. Get behind and actually straight up flank this guy. I kind of like that idea, plus you're attacking downhill. That's the elite, that's the really strong one. And then if I death blow you, I should do way less damage than if I don't. Interesting. You can't get to him, but you two could attack this guy. Whack him! Okay, I'm alright with that. Finish him off, which heals everyone around, including myself. And you can get to this high ground and romp them. So can you, and you guys are all leeching as you're doing this. However, he is now vulnerable. That's okay, we're going to attack him. To here, you see. Good, because that means everyone's going to get up. And there we go. Lots of experience gained from that. And I think I actually healed up slightly, which is very nice. We are now exhausted, so we cannot attack again this turn, but that's all right. Can I move? Right, I'm trying to build 4 labs. Maybe no, because I want to get that other hero up and running as soon as I can. Glass-steel pike and a luminous cloak. What does that mean? It is a rare item. 36 damage goes up to 47. 10 defense, 12 defense. You won't have as much defense, but you do gain resilience and might, which I think translates to more defense anyway. So you go ahead and take those. You had incapacitating strike and shield up. You have weakening strike and shockwave, which is a knockback. Shield up is the 45 shield to targeted friendly, but again can only use this once. That's still 45 damage that we're effectively avoiding if we use this. Question. The range or the AoE heal thing. You're attacking me. Is that something unique to the Last Lords? Not sure. Alright, what are you attacking me with? Screeches, Flying Swarm. Evasive maneuvers. Ignores all attacks of opportunity. Flies over obstacles and units. When attacking a unit with damage that maximizes the crit chance. They do outnumber us here. I could do something a little bit risky. Hoping they move to the east there. Nope. Okay, I can get two of them. So we have Power Slash, which is an AoE. Which is a pretty good opener. That's not going to quite kill him. Son of a bitch! Why are you playing blue pool? Up to 56 damage. How many hit points do you have? 55. So it's only if you roll absolutely max damage you would kill it. Which I'm not convinced you would, so I'd rather take the unit off the battlefield. So there's the Gift to the Fallen, which heals everyone, because you were all adjacent. Oh, you attacked him. Interesting. And you roll it. Smack you. Smack him. Which actually heals everyone, perfect. And smack him. And you finish them. Which heals everyone. And I'm slowly but surely regaining health by doing this. And you've all leveled up again. Lovely. So, Gift of the Fallen. What I'm trying to do is... what I meant... Is Gift of the Fallen a faction ability? What I'm wondering is, will my Black Hammers get that ability too? I don't know. I still don't know. I don't know. I really need to spend some money because I keep on forgetting that I need to do this money. Okay, so my population is now maxed out. What I could probably do is buy buildings. Seems like actually a pretty good idea. So let's go ahead and do that just to push us along a little. And then after this, I'm gonna want more districts. Man, this is gonna get expensive fast. They've made influence remarkably more important. So I'm still trying to save up enough to make this into a city, which I think is probably the more important thing than just getting a few more districts. Try to get up to my city limit of 3. Because every city has districts around it that I can just then build in. Alright, let's have you come on this side. Stalwart. Bit of the Ancients, Quest Ruin. We wouldn't be able to get there this turn anyway. You did level up, that is true. Okay. So you now have access to the second tier stuff. Battle damage to non-hero units of the army. That's actually quite good. Bonus from intuition. My biggest at the moment is might and determination. Siege engineer. Extra damage to breaches. Less interest in that. Pillaging adept. We haven't done any pillaging. Undying will. When recovering health in battle applies inspired to friendly adjacent units, which adds 15% damage. We get that a fair bit. When using the active skill on itself, deals damage equal to 50% of the unit's max health. So around 100 damage. And it's an AoE. When eliminating a unit, recover 25% health. I feel like that could be a really good pick. When outside of the battle, gain movement. When unlocked, adds extra damage per might. So that is actually plus 14 damage. Which is a good 10-15% increase. That's got to be the damage buff. Because that is basically your thing. Right, then I also wanted to see the profile. Plus 2 damage per hero level on the hero. Damn. You can become friends with Sirok Zabor. They gain extra damage when they're fighting together. Would a warrior really be fighting with a defender though? Like, is that a good use of my people? Probably not. A warrior with like a healer would be a good combo. So I think we'll hold off. Oh, there's some barren land. Crimson Ring Rune and a Mantle of Protection. Another consumable. Adds 30 shield. Adds 1 determination. Unfortunately, the desiccated larynx that you have already is pretty amazing. However, what you could do... Well... Wait, determination. You get more benefit out of that as a defender. And the shield buff, I think, sounds awesome. Oh, that's a pet. Oh, you can only have one. Switch those two around. You feel more likely to use shields. Right. Let's head towards the barren territories. And you can also move. You have another 4 turns until we get another guy. Scythant. That is an anomaly. Raiding a Scytherant is a perilous yet profitable activity. Unfortunately, that zone is this tiny slither of land, which at the moment doesn't seem worthwhile. Maybe when the water goes down again, this will all be amazing. Right now, it ain't. Councillor Duke Unwin Weybridge. There is something you wish to discuss.
Indeed, but I'll be brief. It's come to my attention that the way we promote soldiers from within the ranks of Dawnbreak is less than ideal.
This is a surprise. Explain.
I would never question the traditions, Consul. Raw strength and a warrior lineage have their place, but to lead, other qualities can be required. In Dawnbreak, the situation is out of control. The battalions trained here are shambles.
Watch your tone, Councillor. These are my fighters you're talking about.
It's my job to tell you the truth, and the truth is we need to put a test in place for selecting officers. Let the best and the brightest move up the ladder, not just the noblest and the brawniest.
An interesting idea.
Test our soldiers.
New test for soldiers might just improve the forces. Seasoned recruits, we gain free experience. Reject it, we gain approval.
Or we can adapt. I think adapting sounds good. +5 minimum and +5 maximum damage.
So experience in new units. We are about to train a new unit. You know what? We'll do that. You have permission to attempt this new selection process in Dawnbreak.
Thank you, Consul. Mark my words, this little test will have big results for the efficiency of Dawnbreak.
Let's hope we see savings. For your sake. I so want to play this now. Sorry, Yadra.
Provisions. Jolly good.
Hydromial deposit, luxury resources. Gives a lot of dust too. And there's even more cider dance over there. Well, seeing as you're going to be needing to build units anyway.
Warsmiths.
I think that the stalwarts are still better than they are. Although I am curious to see what a warsmith upgrades to. But I think what I ideally want is the Palanquin of the Profane. Get 2 of those. I may even spend money to expedite that. So we'll get these in 15 turns, so I'll need to expedite one of them in order to get both of them with the free experience buff. But part of the reason I wanted these built early is that I can have you join the army early. And that barren land had just nothing on it. Oh no, it does have an insight. We got some science! Iron Skin Panopticon. Natural Wonder. Grants 100 science to the first empire to claim it. Tremendously improves the rewards for curiosities. Ooh. What's that? Oh, that's a river. So it's saying you could build a bridge here. Good to know, good to know. Geology has been researched, so camp's efficiency is now available so we can build camps cheaper. However, I would love to turn this into a city. Sacrifice for the realm. At any time you can start sacrificing foreign population. Each turn of sacrifice, your city will then produce significantly more dust per last floor population living in the city. Additionally, after a few sacrifices, new native population will be created. Interesting. Note the city now houses populations of different types. You can mouse over each population to see the base effect on the city. So you produce extra industry on scribes. So you really want to be scribes, is basically what you're saying. And you want to be anything except for a citizen. Oh, yeah, you really do want to be anything except a citizen. Can I move people between cities? Probably not. Oh, these also cost a lot more. Dust consumption -4. Interesting. And you? Oh, that's a temporary bridge. Probably want to expand into this. So we want to pacify these guys as soon as possible. Which we are trying to do. We're trying to get that library going. You have a separate construction chain. And for this, I want to build Lord's Estates because they can provide quite a few nice things. There we are. Oh, you just built a camp there. Let's see. Meanwhile, more science. Seeing as we're starting to take more territories, I'm wondering if we want to get the markets. Let us get trading posts, which I am assuming... +4 dust for every adjacent resource deposit. So it is not, in fact, an upgrade. Roads will be automatically created between districts containing a trading post. +10 resource stock. +4 dust for every adjacent resource deposit. I don't have many resource deposits. As much as I would like to get the roads going. Lithosphere requires the yellow, which I don't have an income of. Industry if adjacent to a river, if adjacent to a river. No. More science on the lab. Yeah. Let's do this. We're doing a fair amount of science, actually, as this empire. I feel like we probably should be doing more trade and more industry. Meanwhile, my influence is starting to skyrocket, which is good. You want to continue exploring. I would like you to continue exploring. What are those? Oh, these are the hydromurial deposits. So actually, this is a deposit. So we kind of do want to see if we can take over Socotra before these guys do, to lock these in our own territory. So I think that's probably going to be our next objective. We need 135 to build a camp here. Next turn. Should have started moving. You have become friendly. Acknowledged. But for how long? Let's have you move this way first. And then we'll take a look around, see what exactly it is we want to build there. Scion's Charm, Poison Salts, and a Glass Steel Pike. You can't use pikes though. Quite a lot of industry available. What on earth is that? This is actually barren. Scale Mail of the Seas. Hold your horses. Now, do I want to give the Scale Mail to my defender, who already has really good defenses, or do I want to give it to the warrior? Probably want to give it to the warrior. +2 resilience. He does benefit a lot from resilience. +45 health. Instead of 30, that's 15 health and 7 defense. And also gives Inspiring Defense 2. When defending, applies Inspired Defense 2 to itself and adjacent. Which does what? Adds 30 damage. Nice. Now, does your unit skin change if I change armor? That's fine. And then you are already using the toughened canvas, so you're not interested in that. Alright. Oh, that's where those guys are. So the necrophagia are adjacent to the other coral. And it looks like there is a land bridge here. At least at the moment. Righto then. Troop upgrades. Ah, yeah, maybe. No, can only be done in friendly territory. Which we are not currently. Although we're really close, we probably could do this. Let's move in that direction, with that in mind. Looks like there's more stuff. So we've got to keep on exploring. So did we find a spot for this? This is a camp which will provide a lot of industry over there. Is that an anomaly? That is an anomaly. So actually this is going to be a science place. So I think what we probably want to do is put you there. And establish that camp here. And then you're still level... Oh no, now you're level 2. But that did not expand the number of territories you have. This place is Stonehold, which we do want to be spending money on. Upgrading. And yes, we would love for you to be artisans, because you don't do well as citizens. And these guys are amazing as scribes, so we kind of want to expand the scribe options here. The other thing we want to do is get a camp established over here, but we'll probably need to pacify these guys first. You here. Let's take a look at you for the specializations. So yeah, I was right. We cannot afford to do this. We can... No, we need Lord's Discipline, which I don't have yet. So no promotions available just yet. Exploiting the past. Amidst the reports and requests of your staff, another visitor comes to interrupt you. This time it's Jarosite the Amatrine, whom you met some time ago in a field of Solisk ruins. They arrive in the capital asking for an audience and promise a reward if you can give them a few minutes. You agree to speak to them, curious to see what they may have learned since your last meeting when you culled, somewhat rudely, the sites they were exploring. Thank you, Consul, for giving me a bit of your time. I will be brief. Something is changing, moving deep within her. Again, a thing of the old ones. We wonder about the changes and where they come from. I know from the sites, the relics, that it is an ancient power, something found by the old ones, but I must know more. It is a myth wrapped in secrets. Myth wrapped, for some reason, was hard to say. The rains change, even the seas. It is doing this. Why? I believe it is a great upheaval coming. It will affect every one of us. Upheavals are a part of our existence. We remain undimmed. Why have you come to speak of this? We have seen the signs. I must see the sediments and the citrations of the oldest rocks. The ancient stone. I must explore deep down where the old ones kept their secrets. If there are truths there, we have not seen them. Again, a mighty crusher. Ooh. Yes. That sounds awesome. I want a mighty crusher. Give me a mighty crusher. Where's the mighty crusher? You're the mighty crusher? You are the mighty crusher. So what exactly is a mighty crusher? Ooh. You have a lot of hit points. And you hit like a truck. Breaching attack. Applies vulnerable. And adds 5 defense when defending. Well, I mean, you may as well join this army. You still have 2 slots left. So, stop moving in this direction. There was more over here. I thought it was much more. What on earth is that? Whatever it is, it looks cool. Shard Star, Spyglass the Sages. +1 intuition. None of those I particularly need. You may as well just continue wandering. Oh, and this just connects to this. Okay. So yes, there is definitely more in Hanaram, which will be revealed when this sea goes down. And there's already a fair amount of stuff in here that I kind of want. You're about to finish your first Lord Estate. Battle? Unfortunately, Marquis Gallardi is one on 1 hit point. Where on earth did they come from? Well, that city's gonna burn. I liked Marquis Gallardi. You know, I'm more interested in making them burn, especially because they might try to destroy my thing over there. Although... Oh no, I still have the scout. Where's my scout? I actually want you to come over here to prepare a camp. Oh, have you camped here? No, there's a coral grove. Okay. And they'll give me extra stuff if I have coral growers in my land. So we should probably do that. Material science researched. Our fall was great, but we will rebuild. Acknowledged. Okay, more science is needed. We are building a bunch of Lord's Estates, so having the extra science from those could be useful. No, we want Lord's Discipline, so we can actually upgrade our units. That's probably the better option. And they will be pacified through force! Oh, I'm winning. Huzzah! Oh, crushes. Ran the wrong way, guys! Ah, you joined the army. Good. Unfortunately, the next turn. Transfers 3 Black Hammer population of this village to the city. Chance for rebellion is 10%. Rebellion will unpacify the village, creating rebel armies. Interesting. Dwellers living in the Lord's estate you have built can be rounded up and immediately taken to the city as additional foreign population. Careful, as this action may make rebels at some point. At the moment there's nowhere for them. But if I expand the number of scribes that we have, then yeah, that would be pretty awesome. What do I have that increases scribe population? I could have sworn there was something. It was you. If I build a forum, Actually, no, that just adds a scribe slot in the capital. A forum adds... Oh, it's influence. And it's just each adjacent district doesn't care what type. More so for having high level adjacents. Interesting. A blighted resurrection. Consul, we have subdued a nearby rabble, consolidated our position on this world. Good! Perhaps we can now secure those materials you requested. There is no need, Consul. The resurrection method is perfected. Then this truly is a day of celebration, a foothold on this world, and soon we will no longer be surrounded by the mere husks of lords. As the burdens of the early days of Cider recede, a hopeful mood falls on Dawnbreak, swelled by the presence of resurrected lords, awed yet eager to make their mark upon the new world. Taibana is mulling the Lord's strategy for taming this wild world, when Duke Weybridge asks her to meet him without delay. Duke Weybridge, you look troubled. Is it the falling seas? To think this land lay beneath the waves not that long ago. No. Truth be told, the tidefall enlivened me. I thought we might have been stuck on that tiny island forever. No, this is something else. Consul, I've made an unsettling discovery. Yes? Down a chasm, I witnessed a mass grave of Lord Suits. One of our armies was ambushed. Where? No, I took the liberty of undertaking a roll call of our forces. None are missing. Then who are these lords? That I'm at a loss. I hesitate to speculate, but perhaps we weren't the first lords to arrive here. That is most troubling indeed. We should ask Steward Leofric. He's been here longer than any of us. No. Keep him in the dark. Consul? Anyone else with you and you found those suits? Nobody. Good. Let's keep it that way. I want this investigated. Without Leofric catching wind. I will see to it that my steward is otherwise engaged. Overseeing the construction of a lord's estate should keep him busy while you secure the suit, Duke Weybridge. Build 2 lord's estates. I just happen to be building 2 more lord's estates. Perfect. I'm glad that those weren't done yet. This one's done in just 2 turns. Right, where were my armies? If I press... Ah, Juggernaut. There's an army. Now this army hits hard. This army, not quite so much. However, one thing I did want to do was try to speed this army up a little, so that we made sure that we had the recruitment buff. Not like that. Was that only 10 turns? Have I made a whoopsie? I might have. Well, we have loads of influence now, so I do feel like we should probably use some of that to expand the districts. We also have a lot of population. We know that we don't like being citizens. Let's make you into artisans and scribes. Okay, and then we are really going to be sciencing the craziness out of this area in several turns' time. Alright, armies have almost arrived. How long until we get discipline? Next turn? Yes. Good. Which is great, because it means that we can upgrade. Lord's discipline researched. Belogra has closed the borders. Oh.
It is what it is.
Costs 100 to do this? Oh, they've literally closed their borders to me. No, I don't want you clambering around.
Indeed.
I don't think that relations between us are going to be friendly for all that long. You're a bit too close to me for comfort. And I suspect that my armies are terrifying. Oh, they're pacified. Not by me. Fine. Okay. Those guys are hostile. Well, you may as well continue exploring up that way. And then our combat unit... Well, no, because we're trying to actually befriend them with the labs. I don't really have any huge use for this army right now. Though it does look like... Yeah, I can't get through here because these guys are in the way now. Well, may as well just head back to the city. Meanwhile, science! We are going to be in a position to get another protectorate soon. So let's go ahead and do that. 2 more turns and then the other Lord's estate is finished. So we're getting close to that. You can promote. Ooh. Scavenger or Fleetfoot? Fleetfoot you can't afford because it will cost this. Scavenger is just money. When outside of battle, adds movement point to all units in the army. You're a scout, so that is basically perfect. Shadow Lord. Oh no, that's the next level. Where's it moving up that way? So we just need to wait for you to return to friendly territory. Immigration policy. To be determined. So Fallen Knight, which adds the extra defense, which I very much like the idea of. Yes. Yes. This army just gets stronger and stronger. Haha! Also great. Is there a sort of global market for special resources? There is, that's true. Oh, you need trading posts to buy. Well, there's a reason to build a trading post, so you can do those. Right, so
Think
you
on
want a
this.
diplomatic immigration policy. No, I don't really want you moving to my
Unsatisfactory.
even if you would have given me some of that resource. The diversion works. The scrap suits are in our possession, Consul, safely squirreled away for your study. Good! Your tact is most appreciated, Duke Weybridge. Is there anything else? Yeah, you should know. I'm near certain the suits I discovered at the bottom of the chasm came from our own ranks. Tybana faces a grave dilemma. A study of the corroded suits discovered at the bottom of the chasm by Weybridge confirms they were indeed Lord Husks. Leofric, architect of the Lord's Archive and the first Lord to walk Cider's lands, must have known, surely. But why then didn't he mention this mass grave? Does her trusty advisor have something to hide? You summoned me, Consul. Leofric, how long have we known each other? Consul. How long? 20 years in Origia. Time and Cider, millennia. We count the years while we slept between the stars. Long enough that we should trust each other, then. What is this about, Consul? What would you know of a pile of corroded Lord suits discovered at the bottom of a remote chasm, Leofric? Tell me. In the first days, when I was alone here, I fired up the machine forges, constructed the first automatons that would serve us. The Husks. Yes, the Husks. They were good, strong workers, but they were not companions. I don't need to tell you that. You know that. I felt lonely. No, more than lonely. I felt desolate. And? I attempted to resurrect some of the Lord's souls, so I wouldn't be alone. But it was too soon. They acted erratically, each one eventually failing. I tried over and over, but the result was always the same. They didn't suffer, but the Husks became useless, not even functioning as automatons. So you discarded them, and kept the truth from me. It's a shame, Consul. I wasted many days in my pursuit of companionship. I wanted to forget those days ever happened. I see. Is there anything else you want to confess? Any other secrets you've kept from me, Leofric? No, Consul. I swear on my honour. You displayed a serious lack of judgment, Leofric. I'm in two minds to where to go from here. The Adjudicator. Big-ass weapon. Man, that thing hits hard. Or Sanction. Less dust from bribery actions. No, I think I'm going to trust Leofric. He's done alright except for this. Truth is, we need you, Leofric. I'll take you on your word. But if you mislead me again... I won't, Consul. Thank you for your forgiveness. We move on, Leofric. Now, I want to speak to Chaplain Nestor. We must overcome our voracious impulses before they become deep-rooted as they were in Origia. Consul, I am at your service. The Lords crave the life force of the living. That is our burden, Chaplain. You, more than any of us, know the secrets the world might hold. Where should we seek our salvation? I am a mere historian, Consul, not a prophet, but I know where we might find such answers. In the deep, ancient, deep places. I know of one such site. Clear the fortress. Shit, I can't get to it. At least not at the moment. Well, I guess we're not doing that. You're still exploring. Over here. What's that thing? You're not building anything. Cool, so you've built all of the Lord holds, which should be giving me an absolute metric ton of science. However, what I need now is districts, and I think it's time for us to start expanding out our mercantile area. So I think what I'll do, because the population here is probably going to be quite big, is quite a few of the communal habitations. Communal merchant, communal workshop, maybe? Can't make that a foundation yet because it's not adjacent to a district. That's fine. Ah, you revoked your border closure. Probably again, because they're kind of scared of my military capabilities. How long until we get the lapstone? 1 turn? No. 19 turns. That's quite a long time. Ah, there's militia. Stonehold is 6 as well. Cool, good to know. You can still grow by a population. Check this. And you could really do with growing your population limit. Obelisks, that was huge. Ah. Okay, so this is now a full army. Let's go explore over there. Foreign affairs researched. Acknowledged. So what do we want next? I think probably the markets, so we can actually get the trading posts. Now that we know that those are required to buy and sell special materials. You wanted to see... You wanted me to see that. You wanted to see... I was trying to work out who's speaking here, but it's obviously him. You wanted to see me, Councillor Duke Unwin Weybridge. It's the Councillor that was throwing me. Yeah, Console. A matter concerning the fair settlement of Dawnbreak. Trouble brewing? No, nothing like that, at least for now. I want your blessing to construct an underground facility beneath the settlement. A military dugout, if you will. And we need this because... Dawnbreak is strategically vital, close to our borders, and where I spend a great many of my days. Performing military duties, of course. Ah, would like a little bolt hole if things get hairy. The last Lord's military machine needs its command structure kept intact, even when the Empire is under attack. Most foresighted councillor. No, that's it. God damn it, it's the Duke speaking again, even though he was highlighted. Most foresighted councillor. Wait, why? You're not a councillor, Console. You're the console. Ah, bloody consoles. Confusing everything. This is why PC's a master race. So we can build the dugout, which will cost me money, which is not something I'm short on now, and give extra damage. Yes, we'll build. Alright, you have my approval. Oversee construction of the modest yet effective bunker facility in Dawnbreak, Councillor. Every mote of dust we spend will be accounted for. You have my word. This is going to be expensive. I really need to increase the production of this place. Well, actually, you could come over here and establish this other settlement. And if they attack me, then good luck. You are not doing anything again. Time for you to get me a foundation. Right. And on that foundation, I would like to build a merchant's house. We can also grab that foundation and that foundation. 4 turns to build the merchant's house. You've got 22 production. You've got 35. Yeah, we really need to increase your construction speed. But at least the dust production's going up. So where do we want to establish this camp? Or in fact, do I want to establish it? I want to establish it here, don't I? It'll be way smarter. That's an anomaly. So here, then we could do science, science. This isn't an amazing location. Though there is a river there. Titanium broadsword. That sounds fancy. Two resilience, 40 damage. No. It's only uncommon. You're using a rare weapon already. Shield mastery and shield up, though. That's a lot of defensive abilities. That is the edge of the world. Okay, let's bring you home then. Still a little bit to be discovered down here. So hopefully it's safe enough to go that way. And you are attacking me. I kind of hoped you would. 3 of you against the 5 of us. Good luck. There's defend. Say how much extra defense is going to get for going into defense mode, just that it does. Alright, well, first things first, you can shoot. Oh, jeez, that's a lot of damage. Death. What was that? When attacking, restores health to adjacent friendly units. Okay. Yeah, we're kind of terrifying at this point. Monsoon has come to Cider.
Think on this.
So you guys are
Both of us.
cancelling your closed borders. You want to have open borders. You know, open borders are like...
Indeed.
You're further away. And then this camp wants to attach to Stonehold. And you finish that merchant's house very soon. But actually, once you've done that, what I would like you to do is build some of these to expand your population limits. As for you, we don't want to do that too, but we're trying to get these bloody research labs going. We have another council seat. We have quite a few councillors available. So we have civilian, extra vision range, extra science per camp. Slem gains battle spoils. Stock capacity. I don't know what's Slem. Do have 2 available population slots. Although that is going to make you very, very unhappy. But this is the capital, we don't really care about that. Stonehold, you could also expand. You, for starts, can become a scribe. Ah, because you got the camp, that's why your population limits went up. I see, I see. You can become an artisan, so you're not quite as miffed. Although you are going to need to do something to increase happiness. Traveller Shrine, for example. I'm going to assume that later on there will be adjacencies to Lord's estates. So maybe put you there. Bandits? Yes. No, 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 no. You're not a fighting unit. You're an exploring unit. Twelve more turns until this is built. Man, they cost 400. Are all of the improvements that expensive? Districts, right. I have no district available. So I should probably build some more foundations. Is there anything in particular I'm after? Yes, population growth. Which would be here, here. These cost 250. Yeah, it's the libraries that are so incredibly expensive. So let's get 2 of those queued up. Also need to get a trading post at some point. Must not forget that. Generation will seek away.
Think on this.
Thought about it. Didn't want it. Still exploring. We're heading over there to explore and to get stuff. 1 more district required. How much is it going to cost me to just buy this damn thing? 900. Right. Markets have been researched. Good. Alright, next up. Did not actually mean to press you, but I think it's what I wanted anyway. Emergency dwellings gives... Oh! Attachable territory! Once per city. So yeah, we want that. And then lodgings is the +3 population slot. Once per city. So we want both of those. Actually, Creed is really helpful. Yes. And then with that, we need to start thinking about where we want to expand to next. Although I have a feeling it's going to be up here, which we can't really make any decisions on until this monsoon is over. Although we could also go to Kekfet. Or Stonehand. Or we can turn Kekfet into a 3rd city. That's probably a better idea. And then you can expand down this way. Yeah, I'm liking that more. Hopefully I can take that region. You find new temples for science, Last Lords, and the Inquiry sent the Cloud Reader into hiding. For that, friend, I'll share some science of our own. So, Hydromatic Laboratory is now cheaper. And we pacified all of them. Marvellous! Which means that this army no longer needs to sit there and can instead come down here to prepare another camp. +5 stability, that's kind of nice. But thinking longer term about the buildings I'd like to build around you, that's an anomaly. That's an anomaly. So probably here, and then we build science and science. So we actually want you to be there. Okay. Embrace symbiosis. What does that mean? So I don't think I like it. I don't think I want it. This village is being corrupted by a nearby Doom Wraith. That sounds fun. You've been taken by them. Wow, that's forward settling a bit. Ah, that's a strategic resource deposit for this blasting. Well, I probably want that too, so let's send you down to dig around. Rift. During Tidefall, the rift will grow, spawning horrors and Doomwraith armies. Oh, that sounds fun. Let's go fight them. Okay, so you're building the communal habitations. You could recruit some more citizens. No, you can't. You don't have the money for it. How's this going? Actually quite well. Oh yeah. And the dust income is skyrocketing. I'm kind of wondering if I want to go round up some Blackhammers. Probably do, but I think I also want to do that when I have an army nearby. Which I thought I did. Let's bring you back over here, and then we'll do some pacifications. My cities are looking bigger than that. Greed has been researched. Excellent. Yeah, my technology is noticeably extremely fast. I need to invest in things that are not tech-based now. Like industry. Oops. What's that? Oh! Right, I did know there was a deposit there, yeah, that's fine. And the other army is down here by the rift. Doesn't look like there's anything fun going on. I want to fight some Doomwraiths or something. There we go. Ooh, balanced. Foul Doomwraith. 660 hit points. Well, I must say, that sounds fun. Let's murder them. So you're going to be deploying down there. There is a very, very nice entrance right there. You also get the high ground if you stay up top. Oops. Discovered the first deposit with strategic resource. Once extracted, these special resources can be used to do various things. Yes, thank you. I know all of this. You are cavalry, you are juggernaut. Is that ranged? automatically go defense mode. It's good. Kind of wondering if maybe I should send you over here to go and help against that. Probably should. Have a unit eliminate 10 other units without dying. Achievement got. This is the high ground. That's a 1 province entry. Let's put you there, then both of these can attack this position. And yes, I think what I'm going to do is have you move over to that side, and then you can pew-pew against any of these. Hoping you turn around. Good. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to see. You'll come up there. You'll come around here. Ah ha ha! Ow! And they're the really defensive unit. Come down, because I need you shooting them and healing your friends. Because if you get another hit off like that, then the Mighty Crusher is probably going to die. So I think what I want you to do is just go into defense mode, so you can tank up. 35 armor. Let's go. Difficult Mighty Crusher. That's that doesn't kill it. There we go. So we did lose 1 unit, but we gained, eliminated Doomwraith in battle. 70 health. Ooh. Rare plate. Cider might be strange and untamed, but a place of respite, a place to call home, works wonders for the soul. Weybridge can build a haven. Acknowledged. Right, because he got level 5. Before we do that though. +2 resilience, +2 resilience means 70 health is insane. Same amount of defense. That gives inspiring defense. This gives defense expert. When eliminating a unit, gain 50 shield. When defending, adds 10 defense. When defending it, adds inspired. No, I think that you are going to be better off with this. And you are going to be better off with this. You're at level 2 of 220 hit points. Damn. You're at level 5 of 240. And that's with the crazy armor. dust vents. That's a lot of dust you get from that. And then there's also the scythe ants here. And the glass steel deposit there. Yeah, we want Deeg. So we're going to take Deeg. The only question is where do I establish this camp? Probably there. You can also upgrade your skill tree, and I'm thinking maybe more hit points. Or the recover health and eliminating. Let's go with that. We're all about kind of recovering health as we fight stuff. I wanted to establish this. Okay. Yeah, building those accommodations hugely expands the population capability. So let's have more artisans coming in, because artisans means production. I should have been doing this from the start. Yes, I really, really should have been. We do get a crazy amount of influence as Last Lords, which is nice. I guess that's part of the reason why we've been able to expand so much more. We have 6 territories. These guys have 4. You also have 4. You only have 1. Oh no, you have more down there. Fair enough. And we're going to take D next turn.
Think on...
Don't want integration with you. Although maybe I should, because if they're better as citizens, then I can have the Dark Hammers working as scribes, my people as artisans, and then Coral as citizens, maybe. Is my second city bigger than the capital at this point? Yes. 18 to 15. And now I can also, with my army here, get some more population. Ooh, you are now mutants. So we really need to sort out your happiness situation. Blackhammer Smithy. Oh, nice. Emergency dwellings. This is the one we want you to do. The only question being, where? Oh, this is going to give plus 15 approval anyway. Let's go ahead and just buy that, so then we don't have the approval problem straight away. Meanwhile, Dawnbreak is extremely content. You just need to grow your population at this stage. And having you working there is a mistake. You should be over here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Right, and then Unwin can now build a haven. Which is... an option I was expecting to be on this screen, but it's apparently not. It's here instead. Okay. Well, we probably want to put that in friendly territory. But I think I'll do that next time. I'm getting extremely hungry, so I'm going to go and grab something to eat, call the stream here, and then we'll be back again at 6. So, hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this and you would like to support the channel, then please do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. Or you can, of course, check out the Patreon at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube at youtube.com/MordredViking, and also a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They're a cool bunch, and it's always a pleasure to see some new faces there, so come say hello. You'll be more than welcome. And you can find all of those there, or if you're on the UpTubs, you can find them in the description below. Yeah, so thanks everyone. We should probably go and raid, see who else is streaming at the moment. Ba 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 da ba ba. Is anyone else playing this? Yes. Filthy robot. Let's go raid you. Raid has been created. So head on over there, say hello from Mordred Viking. I'd love to see his chat lit up by the Viking Raid, which you can do by copying and pasting Viking Raid just like this. Or if you're a subscriber, you can bring in the long ships, but this will only work if you're a sub. And you can do that by copying and pasting that from chat into Filthy Robots chat. And again, if you enjoy Filthy Robots stream, then be sure to follow over there as well. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you later. Until then.
Or am I just making that up? It's called Eternal Sunshine, okay. And no population here.